Hi, everybody. You were gonna go do something.
Oh, okay. Welcome to Otherworld according to Bob.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What she said. You're welcome here anytime, my friends.
Okay.
So,
Whoa, what happened? There you go. I have to move the mouse.
we are talking about Deadpool Batman and Batman Beyond, Batman Static Beyond. I'm gonna start out by saying that I think Static could have fit in this book. Take away the kid named Melvin, which Melvin always cracked me up because it reminds me of Bill and Ted. Because the Grim Reaper gets a Melvin at the end. I'm like, the kid's name is Melvin. I just couldn't focus after, like, they named the poor kid Melvin. Like, yeah, Melvin. So, the art was really good, or so she says. Um, we did like Grown Up Static. We'll give it that. I like that Icon was in here. It's wearing the red uniform, which means it's in an alternate reality. That's what red uniform means now, people. Red uniform means alternate reality, alternate timeline. And it is part of the Elseworlds imprint, as you can kind of see on the cover. Ta-da. But do I think that would have felt better had it had, say, Miguel O'Hara in it? Oh, absolutely. I think that the other book we're going to be talking about, the other one of the books that we are going to be talking about, would have benefited from a future Gotham appearance. And they both had Static in them, which was weird. Um, yeah. It was a great start to a story, but if they did what the other book did and made it not connect, it's really gonna suck. I mean, I love that we get to see Static's son. That's very unique. Um, I love that we get to see the future Justice League, but would it have benefited from a future Doctor Doom? Absolutely. 3 out of 5. Okay, on to the next book, Deadpool Batman. Okay, you may be wondering why this might end up in the Animal Man playlist. Because it finishes the story from Animal Man. If you haven't heard, Grant Morrison came out of retirement to write this. Grant Morrison came out of retirement to write this, and they had him in the story. They had him or his computer, and it was magic, and there was Dark Claw, and like they fused together, and the only thing it was missing to be any weirder would be Slender Man. The book felt very, very weird in the very, very beginning. Like, they never fully explain why they're in a bar that says amalgam. They never fully explain why the two stories aren't connected. It's a great fight. I'll give it that. But if you're looking for the tie between the two stories, between Batman Deadpool and Deadpool Batman, I think if your name's not Grant Morrison, you won't understand it. Yeah. The Constantine story was okay. My favorite one was, in fact, Deadpool Batman. The Harley Quinn story, Jeff the Land Shark, that's the story from that particular volume of Deadpool Batman was better. They don't have Professor Hulk in this. There is no Bailey Briggs. There's no Young Justice meets Young Avengers type deal. There's none of that. But what you do get is very well presented. It's very well put together. They did try to make a story because, like, Marvel and DC are in bed together. Haha, that's funny. They're in bed together. And, like, Marvel doesn't want to be rated and reminds DC that they're not done yet. And, like, the whole universe shakeup is happening. That part I got. And that kind of ties in with the Constantine story. And explains why he's not in the Laura Kinney Nightwing story. But I guess there is a minor thread, but it's not a real big, oh, I'd show this to a new comic book reader key component type thread, if that makes any sense at all. My favorite one of all the stories, I really enjoyed the end. I really enjoyed that Constantine might show up with Doctor Strange again, because that ends with a question mark. I hope they make more of these. Please don't wait another 10 years. Make the through line more obvious. That's still my one complaint. They were fine books for what they were. Looking forward to Superman, Spider-Man. I will be giving this out as a gift, but not to a new comic book reader. My nephew's had multiple comics. He has me as an uncle. So you can imagine getting anyway. Yeah, there wasn't too much Damian. That was wonderful. My favorite Hulk is still Professor Hulk. I like that whole era. There wasn't any Icon in the Milestone story. Maybe they're saving that for the next one. I would rate these separately, but, like, the Harley Quinn story isn't worth it. It's a 2 at most. And so I will give the Constantine story a 4, and the Nightwing story a 2. I mean, the Nightwing story a 4.25, because it takes place in my favorite era of Wolverine, but it does not reference Nightwing as Batman. Will it be any better than New Gods? Stay tuned. Find out. Do I think someone is perfectly aware of the Amalgam universe the last time they did this? Oh, absolutely. And it warms my heart that nerds like me are still around in comics. It warms my heart that they were aware of Batgirl enough to put her in the story. But they didn't make her a main focus, because, like I've said before, if you make her a main focus, you have to focus on time travel and all that. Booster Gold is not in this. Neither is Rip Hunter. There is really nobody who wasn't. There is really nobody that wasn't a. They thought carefully before designing this book. I know they did. It wasn't like the Marvel half of this, where there was logo at the end, and it was like, yeah, I don't know, but I hope that in the next one they can have more fun, and there are more teams and more references to like the 2000 era of DC and Marvel too. Yeah. I really like the idea that we're just getting him used to the Milestone universe, because if you want to get a good helping of the Milestone universe, the artwork at the end for Milestone was quite pretty. And that's not Mom saying it, it's Bob. She has the same Deadpool has the same bad guy as in Deadpool Wolverine. I think that was on purpose. Do I think Spider-Boy could have showed up? Absolutely. Anyway, find out if it's any better than New Gods. The whole book's a 5. But, like, separate stories. Yes, some were better than others. That's a good way to put it. Okay, I'm going to attach on my review of New Gods when we read the book, though. Is that okay? Okay. You can't see Mom, but she's just off the side of the couch. Alright. Now, They didn't in this. They didn't include the one character I expected them to include.
Who is that?
Glad you asked, Mom. Metron.
Oh, why did you think they were going to include him?
Metron, because he was in the JLA, the original JLA Avengers.
Okay.
He was the bad guy, and he has, from the end of that book, he has perfect knowledge of the fact that Marvel exists too.
Okay.
Him and the Grandmaster, remember, Ma?
Yeah.
Him and the Grandmaster both, where they could have, and based on the end of this book,
The New Gods.
they could have ended it where Metron shows up, because he takes Orion and pieces out.
Oh, in New
Yes,
Gods.
in
In
New
New
Gods.
Gods, Metron
He
shows up.
takes Orion,
Yeah.
says, "Come with me," or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's a fine book, but it would have made it 10 times better if they referenced it in this.
Oh, okay.
It would have made it 10 times better. You're gonna tell me that wouldn't be cool?
That would have been cool. Definitely would have been.
Like, hey, Metron has been waiting for this for fucking 20 years, and he has a master plan, and it will be finished in Spider-Man and Superman. That would have been cool.
Well, this story would, would have been better than some of the stories that were in there.
Okay, I gotta ask you this too. Which ones?
The Harley Quinn and Hulk. That was just silly. I mean, yes, it was cute, but I mean, come on. You could have done a quick Metron, in there.
Metron in there.
Yeah.
Just hi, Harley. No, I don't. I think Harley would have ruined that somehow.
Yeah.
That was the least important story.
Yeah.
It kind of broke the flow of things. So, what would you have given that story?
Which story? The Harley
Quinn.
Two?
Two.
Yeah.
There you have it, I guess. I don't know. Now, I started this to talk about New Gods again. So, got sidetracked. We're going to talk about New Gods. We'll ask the actual question that I plan to ask Mom later.
Okay.
Scott Free becomes High Father, like I said. And they put the guy that I think is Resurrection Man in the stacks, just eternally. That is his punishment now. Which, I guess, if I'm right, that's what happens to Resurrection Man. I don't know. Felt a bit extreme, given that he is a hero and he does do good things. But what happened to this kid, DC? What happened to the little Indian kid that you see? And how's it gonna fit in with DCKO now that Darkseid has returned?
The little Indian kid is with High Father.
But like, he hasn't shown up in DCKO, Mom.
No, you're not talking about this little kid?
I am talking about that little kid, but he hasn't shown. They haven't shown up in.
That one.
No, that's Live Free.
Okay.
That's Liv. That's Scott's baby.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, who I'm talking about is. I'll give you the book. You can.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about. The other one, that one, right here.
Yeah.
That one.
What happened to that poor little kid? I don't know. I don't know. I was willing to accept, okay, maybe he did end up with Highfather or whatever. It really doesn't look like it because that's Liv. They just didn't say. They haven't said that. No, they didn't say. Because he hasn't shown up in DCKO.
Okay.
He hasn't shown up in a future book. If he's so powerful, then he should have shown up by now.
Looks like he's part of. They sit and talk, Mr. Orion. Are you okay?
But it does not say
He
what
becomes
happens
part
to
of
him. Again, if he's so super powerful, then he should be able to show up in this book.
Oh,
I don't know, Mom.
yeah.
Just my opinion. I think that he should have shown up in that book. Because where's Orion then, Mom? Where's Orion? And he walks off with Metron. I'll save you some time. He walks off with Metron.
Okay.
He walks.
Who's the kid that Wonder Woman gives? Let's use the lasso to.
I said what happens to him. We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know what happens to him. He is supposedly more powerful than. He is like the most powerful being. And Mom's like, oh no, he belongs in. He's part of Orion. He's the kid you said was a part of Orion. If he's part of Orion, then where's Orion? Where did Metron take him?
Yeah. Okay.
This book hypes up this character, and it's like putting candles on a birthday cake and not letting the kid make a wish. Like, here's the delicious cake we're going to serve you. And then we're going to not tell anyone else that it's your birthday either. Because they didn't hype it up. They didn't hype the book up at all.
This book?
Yes.
The New Gods. Okay.
Yes, they didn't hype up the New Gods at all. In fact, they just had Darkseid show up in DCKO. And if you look at it, every time I post on YouTube, the New Gods and whatnot, the numbers are so small. It's like nobody even cares
About Darkseid.
About
New
Gods in general.
Okay.
Not just Darkseid.
New Gods was a decent book.
Yeah, and saying that, oh, we got a new black racer, we got the new this, we got a new that. There were whole new characters they could have gotten, and it's like nothing, just nothing. They set up a party and didn't invite any people at all. They were like, oh, by the way, it's even smaller than the Bart Allen run. Bart Allen at least got 13 issues.
Yeah, this had 12.
Yeah, it's even smaller than the Bart Allen run. I know, Mom.
Is this issue done? Is this
yes,
done?
That is the end of the New Gods.
Oh. Oh, that's right, because it says the New Gods will return.
See, when he walks off with Metron. Yeah. He just walks off.
With Metron.
No. He could have went to Marvel. We don't know. We still don't really know what was in the hole or how it connects to. I mean, don't get me wrong, Deadpool, Batman was great and all, but I would have loved just answers. You know, and they have Grant Morrison. I had to explain to Mom who Darkclaw was, so don't tell me there weren't people behind that book. overall, I've talked myself down. I think that it score wise should get a 3. I was gonna give it a 4, but it lost the star the more I had to talk about it. You guys tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts. I've been Bob, she's been Mom. Mom, what did you think of the Nightwing? What did you think of the Nightwing Wolverine story?
Oh, I liked it. It wasn't Nightwing Wolverine. Nightwing Wolverine?
Yeah, it was Nightwing Wolverine. Because Laura is the current Wolverine. Logan is not Wolverine.
Okay. No, I knew that.
And the reason that was a big deal was because both Batman and Wolverine made up Darkclaw.
I liked it. The ending was kind of cute to where they were both sitting there talking about their families and how they were brought up and stuff.
Like I said in the main review, I liked that they included Barb, included Damian for a little second, but didn't make him part of the main story. Just included Damian. I kind of didn't like they didn't address that he was Batman at some point.
Damian?
No, Dick.
Dick.
Nightwing.
Yeah.
Do you remember that Nightwing was briefly Batman? And they addressed everything else.
Yeah.
Laura's sister was in it, Gabby. They had to save her. She was the main part of the story.
It's cute. They thought she had a dog. It's not a dog. It's a little
Lorraine. Yeah. See, people that don't read these comics and normally enjoy them could like that story.
Yeah.
It was very much standalone on its own by itself. But that was the one I enjoyed the
most out of it.
Other than Deadpool Batman.
Okay.
If I had to choose, I'm ending it on the fact that if I had to choose, I would choose Wolverine, Nightwing versus Harley Quinn, Deadpool Batman, that whole thing. I enjoyed the Deadpool Batman story very much, but like if they had to split it into separate books, I would probably buy the Wolverine Nightwing and enjoy it. I mean, I can't see myself enjoying the Harley Quinn one. I can't see myself the Miss Marvel Static one was too short.
Yeah.
Straight up, it was too short. It wasn't the story itself. The art was okay, but it was like when you were just getting into it.
It was over.
Too short.
Yeah.
That or the Constantine one. The Constantine one I really enjoyed too, because it felt like they were making an effort to continue the story. Which, yeah. Between the
I wonder if it will be continued somewhere.
We'll find out in
the other books. Yeah.
We will find out in Superman, Spider-Man.
Okay.
It's coming up here.
All right.
So, anyway, I've been Bob. She's been Mom. Back to what I just said. Bob out.
This is the other world according to Bob. Like, comment,
subscribe.